What's up, world? What's up, Zion? It's Prince Easy coming at you again, once more, as usual. Right? I do have a couple slides that I want to share with you in this fine day that we're having here. So, yeah, before we get to that, right, I want to issue a fair use disclaimer, right, for all the copywritten material that's going to be shared in this here post, right? And the fair use for the purpose of education, right? Let's just say that. Right, so this vlog is basically gonna comprise of all the material that I've captured since the last time we had conversations over here until the latest of what is happening and what has happened, right? So let's get to it. All right, so there is talk of this. I don't know. Well, they claimed Islamic extremists and Christian so-called extremists that are rising now. Surely they look alike, right? Yeah. Before a scramble shifts here, like I said, these people do not want to share. They want to have it all, right? So they might pretend like, hey, we want to talk about it. But in reality, that's just a ruse from their perspective. Why? I don't know. Unfortunate. Yeah, it is happening more and more. Yeah, they care about the environment. You sleep outside, and then let's come have a conversation. Tosi, the backsliding is like Michael Jackson or something. Talks were underway, as they say. This is just a reality that people are too cowardly to address this type of behavior, if you can even call it. We are going to circle back to this. Oh, we didn't talk about it, right? For years, they have been saying, you know what? This is just conspiracy, man. This is just conspiracy theory. You know, there's no way. You know, those were just condensation, they used to say, you know. Well, take it from a person that is literally being attacked every day. It is not conversation. Some of it might be, okay? Some of it might be. Funny meme. These are, just so you know, okay? The people who said, we are not part of this. We're gonna circle back to this. Okay, let me show you when I captured this here. Okay, Thursday, 1:14 p.m., March 19th, 2026. Okay, this type of behavior. So, what does he say? Israel, out of anger for what has taken place in the Middle East, all their fault, of course, right? But he's also trying to clean up their image. Okay, has violently lashed out in a major facility known as the South Spur gas field in Iran. A relatively small section of the whole has been hit. The United States knew nothing about the particular attack, and the country of Qatar was in no way, shape, or form involved with it. Nor did it have any idea that it was going to happen. Unfortunately, Iran did not know this or any of the pertinent facts pertaining to the South Powers attack, and unjustifiably and unfairly attack a portion of Qatar's LNG facility. No more attack will be made by Israel pertaining to the extremely important and valuable South Spur field unless Iran unwisely decides to attack a very innocent, in this case Qatar, in which instance the United States of America, with or without the help or consent of Israel, will massively blow up the entirety of the South Spur gas field at an amount, strength, and power that Iran has. So what was that whole conversation here, like showing regret and this nonsense? What, are you just upset that you didn't get to do it? That they just beat you to it? I don't believe you apprehend the consequences. No, I do not. At an amount of strength that the power that Iran has never seen or witnessed before. Okay? I do not want to authorize this level of violence and destruction. It's good that we know you are authorizing stuff, because in a long-term implication that will have in the future of Iran. But in Qatar's LNG is again attacked, I will not hesitate to do so. Thank you for your attention. Just so you know, this is true. But again, these snake oil salesmen, this is some bio nanotechnology type situation, right? Even for me, even though I've been attacked with both, but at times it is hard to identify which is which, right? Kenyan politics. Well, we are gonna cycle back to this. They only condemn Iran, one-sided, right? The hypocrisy again is grailing. Suspected. Estonia. Now I'm hearing the same people have come out with a collective statement. You know what is missing on that collective statement from these parties that were asked to quote unquote secure the Strait of Hormuz? Yes, they just have condemnation, or as the young people say, they just have all the smoke for Iran and none for Israel or America. Why? Because they are weak. Yeah, we have moved on. Yeah, this is a straight and narrow leader, right, of the, I don't know what to even call it nowadays. Is it a free world? Can we even say that anymore? Okay, for those who are, of course, celebrating, others have already have, others will tomorrow, from what I hear. NATO, back in the conversation, I guess. I mean, let's be serious. Are we shocked? They literally shot European leaders. You remember that? They shot near them. They were British leaders, if I'm not mistaken. They are going over there in the visit, and then boom, if my memory serves me right. Just so you know. Yeah. All of this garbage that I've pointed out over and over, right? The psychopathic, right? Sky News Australia, for instance. Cannot make this up, even if you tried, right? Just like Trump telling the Mexicans, you're gonna pay for the wall. Eh? Again, saying one word this day, the next day, a whole other word. It depends. And this is now the reality of the free world, as they call it. It's an offensive. Okay, we shall see how that offensive unfold in the coming days or weeks. Again, a lot a lot of people are coming out with grand statements, a lot, just like back then in Ukraine. They used to say the same thing, right? We are not gonna do this, we are not gonna send this, we are not gonna. But what do they end up doing? I can't even say it is me predicting or anything. No. They themselves, by their actions, have established a pattern of behavior, right? A psychopathic behavior, basically embodying the devil himself. They want to kill, steal, and destroy. That's how you know who is the devil or what is the devil. They still want more. They do not have enough bases, apparently. What's up with these health agreements and stuff? I agree that their health infrastructure is more advanced, but this is, to say the least, suspicious, no? Yeah. They don't say if there were fighters, no civilians. It just says training. So this is me circling back to that whole India ordeal. And as usual, it is dark. Right? It is dark. How these people are so easily drawn to kill, steal, and destroy. Quite easy. Again, over the past few hours. What was I saying just last week? So, yeah, you can tell. Right? And again, it's strange to see people behaving like what is happening now, what is unfolding in front of us is some sort of new phenomenon. No. Right? If you ask the Africans, they will tell you a different narrative. And when you ask the Iranians, for instance, they will tell you this is not new. Right? This is not new. But again, they have to not let a good crisis go to waste, so as they can still kill and destroy. They cannot avoid, right? I do not think they have the ability to avoid this loop, right? This living by the sword, right? There's no way you kill a person. There's no way you steal. There's no way you destroy. That's the sword. So again, you can, I don't know, let's use polite language, speculate. Right? You can speculate how is this going to end, right? If a change in pattern of behavior does not occur, right? And these people have somehow made it somebody else's fault that they are doing this. We are not doing this because we want to. No, we are doing this because our hand is being forced. This is the narrative they try to sell whilst protecting each other and their evil deeds, literally covering it up in real time. Well, but the world needs to see, right? The world needs to see the underbelly and get extremely exhausted. Then the revitalization would sweep away every nonsense that exists. So again, extraordinary times that we are living in, right? Extraordinary times that we're living in. So be there, be present. Okay, so yeah, I'll put a pin on it right there, right? And we're gonna see each other when we see each other. It's easy. Signing out. Love you. Bye.